M.R. Crime. Step into the dark. Truth revealed with every spark. No lies survive, no secrets stay. M.R. Crime is here.
It seems like you're describing a very specific cycle. Initial leniency, repeated behavior, and then serious escalating consequences like jail and deportation. From your perspective, it sounds like you feel the system's not providing enough deterrence or rehabilitation before things escalate that far. There's definitely a debate about whether courts should focus more on punishment, rehabilitation, or a balance, and how different parts of the legal system work together. What kind of changes do you think would be most effective?
Something happens. Just give me a page. Hey, Mark? Yep. My name's Scott Curtis with the Clark County Sheriff's Office.
Kevin Harper.
What's your name?
Kevin Harper.
Kevin?
Also with Clark County.
What's going on, fellas?
Well, obviously we're not from Portland. A couple things we need to do before we chat, and then we'll explain everything. You're with a motorcycle club. You have some affiliation with one, is that right?
I don't have any answers for questions like that.
Okay. Well, the reason I'm asking is that a few months back, a gentleman named Jeff Sudan, you know him? He threw your name out in conjunction with kind of a repossession of a car, or collection of a car. Does that sound familiar to you?
No. Jeff Sudan almost might. I'm not sure about that. It seems like Sudan rings a bell somewhere, but no collections of a car. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Where do you live, sir?
Down by Salem.
Okay. What's your address?
You answered. It's on my driver's license. It's one.
I don't have your driver's license.
Well, you guys have my billfold.
Wow, that's quite a story. The lack of awareness is pretty remarkable. It sounds like she really didn't understand the gravity of the situation. I wonder what the judge actually ended up doing. It sounds like it was quite a moment. What happened at the end?
Okay. And you're living with the gal down there, is that right?
No, I kicked her out.
Oh,
she comes and stays. She stayed, but she can only stay for 3 days at a time. She's kind of a transient.
Huh. Okay.
I took her off the lease, and the people that I rent the house from said she can only stay for 3 days at a time. So if somebody looks in the house, they'll see all her stuff in the bags and stuff all piled there on the floor.
So when did you kick her out?
Which time? I kicked her out a lot of times.
Numerous times?
Yeah, she just calls me, and she's with no place to go and stuff, and get tugs on the heartstrings, and I pick her up and let her stay for a little while again. It's a love-hate thing.
Okay.
So how long did she stay there before the in and out?
She was there from the time I moved in until... Well, I mean, not steady. She's never been steady there. She's always gets kicked out or moves out and goes and stays with somebody else for a while. And she's kind of transients around.
And what's her name?
Nicole.
Okay. So this last time, how long did she?
So there's my background. That's it on Nicole. What else you want to know?
Okay.
Is Nicole the problem here? I mean, I know that she's had the cops over a few times.
Okay.
And she's had problems with the hospital and her.
Tell me about the hospital.
Well, if you don't know about it, then that's not what you're talking to me about. You'd already. Do you know what I'm talking about? Is that what this is about?
No.
Is it about the other night?
It does involve Nicole. So
Okay.
I don't know what the hospital thing is, so if that's not part of Nicole's issues, then...
Okay.
So, Nicole had let me back up a little bit. How long have you been in a relationship?
I'm not going to answer any more questions about Nicole. I don't have any more answers for you until I find out what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
you guys brought me in. I didn't bring you in. I want to hear what you got to talk about.
Well, I'm trying to get to that, but part of that's going to involve how long you've known Nicole.
Well, if you don't want to tell me what the heck I'm doing here, say so, because I'm not going to sit here and give you a bunch of my background so you can play whatever kind of game you're playing. This is kind of stupid, man. I just got picked up and treated pretty roughly. You can still see the marks on my hands. This one was completely asleep all the way here, and thrown in a complete silent room there. I want to know what the heck's going on, man.
Okay. Did you know Nicole back in October?
October of this year?
Last year. 2015.
Well, yeah.
Okay. You guys were living together off and on.
I told you I'm not going to answer any more questions about Nicole until I find out what this is about. Is this a domestic thing? And if so, what am I doing in Portland?
Well, it's kind of a domestic thing. Nicole took off in a car that she may have had purchased with assets that belonged to you or something like that. And then Jeff Sudan and a couple other guys kind of returned that car to you. Does that make sense to you?
Or attempted to.
Hell no.
Okay.
You guys are
So why would they throw?
Well, I'm not going to answer your questions, but without a lawyer anyway. But just because I don't like the reaction. But you guys are way off, man.
Okay.
You guys don't know. I don't know who's telling you these stories, and I'm not sure who Jeff Sudan is. But I can tell you right now, nobody's ever returned a car to me from anybody ever in my life.
So if we got the story wrong, can you help us out with that?
Well, I'm not going to straighten your story out. No, I'm not. Not until I find out why I'm sitting here.
Okay.
I don't understand. This is about Nicole stealing a car and
No,
somebody.
not stealing necessarily.
But why are you playing games? Tell me what you're talking about.
I'm not trying to play games, but
Okay.
I'm trying to get at the root of what caused this whole thing. Like I said, this gentleman's...
That definitely paints a picture of someone who's completely disconnected from the consequences. It's like there's no grasp of the situation's gravity. And you're right, sometimes that lack of awareness can be more concerning than the actual actions, because it suggests a deeper behavioral issue. It sounds like the judge was really trying to find a way to break through to her, but that doesn't work unless the other person lets them in. Have you encountered situations like that often, where someone just doesn't get it?
I'm looking for the crime is what I'm looking for. What fucking car are you talking about, man?
I think it was an Acura. Does that sound...
Okay, well, what about it?
Okay. She took off in an Acura.
No.
No? Okay.
You're wrong. I'm not going to tell you the story because it's a personal story, and there's no crime that I'm not going to press charges about anything.
Okay.
And I would be the only. In the story that you're talking about, there's only one person in the world that could press any charges about it, and that'd be me.
Okay.
And I'm not pressing any charges on her.
All right.
And nobody returned any car, and she never took any car from anywhere. So you got the story completely wrong first.
Okay.
So before you come talk to me about those kind of stories, you should get them right.
Okay.
Get them straight, man.
How would I get him right without chatting with you?
Well, because I'm not here to give you information. That's not what I'm about. I'm not a cop. I'm not going to sit here and feed you information. I don't know. I'm here for some reason. I don't know what your deal is, but you haven't explained that to me yet. Until then, I got no more answers for you about Nicole or cars or anything else. I don't even know what the hell. Why wouldn't if this has to do with that car? Why in the heck am I not the one pressing the charges? I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, well, I see your point.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty good point. Yeah.
Okay. How far back do you want to...
Let's go back. So you don't know Jeff? You said you don't know Jeff?
Don't know Jeff Sudan, no.
Would you maybe recognize a picture of him?
Well, but you know what? Anybody that you're going to show me, you'd have a lot better chance showing me a picture than giving me, because I do not know people's names.
Okay. That look familiar to you, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What do you know that guy by?
I'm not going to answer your questions. I told you. I'll listen to what you have to say, and I'll pick what I want to answer, but I'm not going to tell you information about people I know. I'm not a cop.
Okay. Well, that's a picture of Jeff Sudan.
Oh, okay. I did not know that was that guy's name.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I'm starting to put it together. Okay. Now I kind of know.
Would you tell me how you know that man? Or
No. I'm not going to give that information. But I kind of know what we're talking about here. But I thought that those charges were dropped on him and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, he was with another gentleman too, right?
When this thing happened, that's what I heard. I wasn't there.
No, I know you weren't there.
Oh, okay.
But you know some of the background.
Well, I might know some of the background, but like I said, I'm not here to try to answer your questions. You're going to have to get the answers. Why can't you? All these answers you should be able to get from that guy.
Some of them
I don't know him very well, by the way. But I don't know him very well, but I know exactly who he is. And but I don't have the answers for you as far as that stuff goes.
Okay. Well, a few months before this car thing happened, Nicole was at your house, and somebody busted in the house and roughed her up a little bit, tied her up. You remember that?
You know, I can't really answer to that. You're going to have to get that story from her.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to answer to that. But I can tell you once again, and you're going to find out that you are completely wrong.
Okay. So that didn't happen?
What's that? I'm not going to go there. I'm going to let
you're saying we're wrong.
You got the story all wrong.
Okay.
You got the story all wrong. Okay. And if you ask around about Nicole, you're probably going to find that you got a whole bunch of stories wrong, man. Okay. But I'm not going to sit here and slam on Nicole, and I'm not going to sit here and tell stories about her or anybody else.
Would you tell me what we got wrong about
never happened. That's not what happened. I'll tell you that. I'll say that is not what happened. Okay. Nobody actually came to the house.
Okay.
All right.
What did happen?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to let her tell you. I'm not Mr. Rat who's going to sit here and tell Nicole's life story to anybody.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If she wants to tell you that what happened, she will. And anything about what the car and the whole thing you're talking about, ask her. Ask her. It's not my story. It's hers.
Okay.
It sounds like you've broken down the situation really well. That perception of her not realizing the seriousness until it hit a courtroom is quite common. And your perspective on the judge's approach, balancing firmness with clarity, is often seen as ideal. The detail about her appearance also plays into that perception of disrespect, intentional or not. So,
who did you tell about what did happen then?
Oh, God, tons of people, man.
Okay, give me some examples.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to sit here and name names for you, man. Mm-hmm. If you think I am, you're just barking up the wrong tree.
Okay.
You really are. But I'll tell you what I don't really understand why this stuff that you're talking about with this dude and the car stuff, why would that get handcuffs put on me?
Well,
why would those handcuffs go on me? What did I do that was illegal in any of that stuff? What did I even have to do with it? I wasn't even there for any of it. None of it. Okay. Not anything that you've talked about so far. I was a long way away from it. So why would I get handcuffs put around my fucking wrist for it?
Well, where were you when that happened?
Well, man, I know where you're talking about. I wasn't there involved in anything that happened if there was a story made up about this theft thing or whatever. Mm-hmm. If that's the story that you're talking about, and the car thing about the whole fucking car deal, mm-hmm. I wasn't there. I wasn't involved in it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm not going to tell you the story about it. You can get that from other people who all tell stories.
Some of it we have.
I'm not going to.
So back in the middle of June, do you recall getting called by a FedEx guy from your house?
Yes, I know about the FedEx guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so tell me about that.
Man, I shouldn't even fucking. I'm not trying to. I'm not going to try to do anything that's going to get Nicole in any kind of trouble, man. Because I'm not here to try to get her in trouble. All right. Mm-hmm. If that's what this is all about, and I don't understand. But I'll tell you one thing. You know what? If you want to hear this story from me, you get Nicole here too. Both of us in the same room.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, that's the only way.
That's not going to happen.
Because I'm not going to tell behind her back what this. I'd love to tell you the truth, but I don't want to do it behind her back. It's against my personal rules. I'm not going to sit here and talk to cops about anybody behind their back. But I would like to have her here so me and her could. So we can.
I'm a little bit confused too.
Go tell them this and tell them that. I would do that in front of her to try to get this straightened out because I don't. You guys are just got the story is so fucked up. And if you really knew what the deal was, well, like I said, if you really knew what the deal was, you might. I don't know if you'd arrested Nicole or not, but I'm not going to get her arrested. I'm not pressing no charges on her for anything that happened then. If that's what the deal is.
I guess I'm a little bit confused because when Nicole, you're saying it's a story. We have, when Nicole says that she's, basically there's a robbery at your house, and there's an incident, the FedEx guy calls you, lets you know this story, why would she be in trouble? Why, you're saying you don't want to get her in trouble. Why would she be in trouble for that? That's what I'm missing.
Because okay, all right, man. I wish Nicole was here. I feel like a piece of shit for even talking shit behind her back. Nicole set the whole fucking thing up. That was her and her friend. They fucking zip tied her. They knew the fucking guy was coming. That was a setup. She robbed me. She even brought the stuff that was robbed. She brought a bunch of it back. Man, that's her and her friends. If you want to know the fucking truth, I've been robbed by the girl so many fucking times you couldn't even count it.
Really?
And that whole robbery right there, that stuff, everything she stole from me then that she brought back everything she couldn't sell on OfferUp, her and her fucking junkie friends, and that's what fucking happened there, man. It was a total lie. I know it was for a fact. She, like I said, her mom knows. She told her mom what all fucking kind of stuff was stolen in this big robbery, and then her mom comes over when I was throwing her out, and her mom starts looking at all the stuff and goes, "Oh shit, here's something, this was stolen, all stuff that half the stuff she told her, anything her and her friends couldn't sell on the fucking OfferUp, she brought back after she wanted to be back with me and stuff."
What items did she take or try?
I'm not going to sit here and lay out a big old thing for you. Ask her if you can get the truth out of her. Ask her. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be your storyteller, All I can tell you is you're barking up the wrong tree, and I don't even know what the fuck it has to do with you guys if I'm not mad about the shit, if I forgave her for everything that you're talking about. I know about the car. You got the car story completely fucking wrong too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But she was an asshole in that story, and I can't say I forgave her for it, but I sure as hell didn't go press no charges on her, and I was told to at the time. I was told by a lawyer to press charges on her, and I told the lawyer, I said, man, all my life I've been telling people don't use the cops to handle your business. So is this my price? Is this where I go, go against my judgment and go have her fucking arrested or something like that to get my shit back? In any case, it's my own personal problems. I chose to live with them. I lost a lot because of the girl. You know what I mean? But I'm not pressing no charges, so I don't see why you guys care.
Okay. Who's her junkie friends that were helping her?
I'm not going to tell you names of people. You didn't hear me the first time? I'm not sitting here naming people for you. All I'm doing is telling you you got your stories really screwed up. And I don't even know why you care. Because I sure as hell ain't going to press no charges on her. I'm telling you that. So, if it's about Nicole, and why would I get handcuffed up and brought in like that if you guys are mad because Nicole went and bought a fucking car with my money or whatever the fuck might happen?
Okay. Is Bagger Bob part of that? Part of her junkie friends?
Bagger Bob?
Yeah. That ring a bell?
What you talking? Yeah, I know who that is. He's fucking the guy that got killed about a fucking year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he one of the ones who set this up with Nicole?
Man, you're going to have to, if you're trying to like tie that into this or something like that, you're going to have to talk to Nicole about that.
Okay. Well, I was asking you because you said it was her junkie friends, and I assumed that meant you knew who.
No, not the kind of junkie that I heard he was. She's not that kind of a junkie.
Okay. Can you help? What kind of junkie is he?
I don't know. I'm sure you probably know better than I do.
So when you say her junkie friends.
Yeah, I'm not talking about any of our ex-fucking club brothers or anything like that. No.
Okay. All right.
I'm talking about her friends, not my friends.
Got it. Okay, so was Bagger Bob one of your friends, not hers?
Well, like I said, actually, now that fucking you're starting to bring his name into it, and he got killed, now I don't think I have any other questions to answer for you. Now I think having a lawyer here might be a good idea.
Okay, sorry.
I think that'd be a good idea if you're starting to ask questions about a dead guy.
At this point, Mark starts to feel the pressure. He even hints that he might need a lawyer. But here's the problem. Most people don't stop talking. Why? First, they're curious. They want to know how much evidence the police actually have. What they don't realize is a lawyer can access all of that through discovery. Second, they think they can talk their way out of it, convince detectives they're innocent. And finally, there's fear. Many believe asking for a lawyer makes them look guilty, when in reality, it's the smartest move they could make.
Okay, let me clarify something with you.
Okay.
Do you want us to keep chatting, or do you want to talk to a lawyer? I need to know that.
Well, if you want to tell me what I'm doing here and what reason, I may try to help you out with that. But if you're going to keep me in the dark, well, then I got nothing else to say either.
Okay, so I still need to clarify with you that one point, because you mentioned a lawyer, and I need to know if you want a lawyer now or if we can keep chatting. This is what I need to know.
I'll keep listening a little longer before I call in a lawyer. Yeah.
Okay. When the FedEx guy called you, you came down to the house with a friend.
Yeah.
Oh, you went to your house by yourself? Or?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
What did the FedEx guy tell you?
He said, "Fucking, I'm not going to get into the story. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk about it. That's Nicole. Nicole's going to have to tell you that story if you want to hear something from her. If you got her all involved in this."
Well, Mark, let me say this. We have you're saying their stories, so whether they're true or not, that's what we're trying to find out. Okay?
Right.
That's our job.
Okay.
You realize that, right?
Sure.
As cops, so if there's incidents happen, we got to figure out what's true and what's not.
Okay.
And we do that by talking with people.
Okay.
Obviously, that happened a while ago, so we've been working on this for a while, months.
Okay.
That story starts a much larger story that we have. Right, starts with at your house with a theft happening that includes Nicole being there, okay? And there's a FedEx guy calls you, right? So this is where everything.
That's why I wish she was here, right? So she could straighten some of this.
So this has been going on for a while. And you keep telling us, talk to Nicole, get the story from her.
Well, if she's the one that's involved in the story, you need to talk to the players. I'm not telling you to talk to her.
I understand.
I'm telling you to talk to whatever players you're talking about in your story there. You talk to them, and whoever you said rode there with me or whatever, talk to them. But you guys have got to also.
So over the last several months, well over half a year, we have talked to a lot of people. Okay. And we can tell you right now, Nicole's in front of a grand jury.
Okay.
There is, you say talk to her, we have. There's a story there.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
So I'm just letting you know that. So we have a story, so we want to get your side of it.
Ah, gotcha, okay.
So we know what's true and what's not true.
All right.
Interrogations are basically a high-stakes poker game. Both sides are bluffing, both trying to outplay the other. Detectives will often claim they already know everything, saying someone else has already talked. If the suspect believes it, they might panic and confess, hoping for a lighter sentence. But here's the catch. If the suspect realizes it's a bluff, the entire strategy collapses, and the interrogation can end right there.
Everything that we know, of course not.
Okay.
I don't think you would expect that.
All right. Well, what I do expect is for you to tell me where I fit in. What is my crime in these stories that you're talking about? What's my crime? Why the fuck did I get handcuffs put on me? I mean, I can hear you guys wanting to talk about this and that, wanting to get stories straight, but why am I getting treated like this? Why didn't you call me up and ask me to come in and talk? Why did you come and have me?
Would you have come and chatted with us?
I would have came in. I definitely would have came in, but I probably wouldn't have talked to you.
Okay.
And I'm not really talking to you now. I really don't have any answers for your stories. I'm not going to straighten your stories out for you and stuff, especially not unless I find out what the hell my part of it is. I'm interested in my own self, you know what I mean? And what do you mean Nicole's in front of a grand jury? What are you talking about? Like right now, she's sitting in front of a grand jury?
That's right.
Oh, wow.
So, shortly
is my dog safe?
No, your dog is safe.
Okay, good. Excellent. That's very important to me. Okay. So, now what? Am I arrested for anything?
You're being detained at this point.
Okay, but I'm not under arrest quite yet.
That's correct.
Okay, then I don't need a lawyer quite yet.
Okay. So,
let's be clear. Mark is wrong about one thing. If you're being questioned by police, you always need a lawyer. No exceptions.
She is indicated that certain things took place after this robbery, theft, whatever it was, the one where the FedEx guy came to the house, and I think he wanted to call the police, and she said, no, please call Mark, and I think is that right?
I'm not going to say whether that's right now, but
is that your understanding?
I'm listening to your story.
Okay. And from there, the series of events unfolded involving one of your club brothers, or former club brothers. Okay. And that's where some of this comes about, and it's up to you to clarify for this what all took place, because there's fingers.
Man, you know what? The story that you're talking about is somebody else's story.
Okay.
But you're going to have to talk to somebody else.
Who do you suggest we chat with?
I'm not throwing names. I told you.
Okay.
It's somebody else's story. You're the cop. Figure it out. Talk to somebody else. It's not my story. I'm not.
I think you know that we've got it pretty well figured out. The question is, you're in a bit of a hole. We're trying to offer you a ladder to get out of this hole.
Man.
Okay? Because here we've got Nicole sitting in front of a grand jury right now, and she's testifying to them. Okay? We know what she's going to tell them, we presume. That's not an issue. We have other people we've talked to, and I think you know who most of those people are.
Well, you think wrong, but anyway, okay.
Okay.
There's several others, either now or shortly, you're sitting in rooms like you are.
Okay. Okay. But tell me something that means something to me. None of this means much to me so far. And Nicole, man, she's got real problems, and her problem is she's sitting in front of a grand jury right now. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure her problems are going to probably unfold in front of them. So in any case, whatever, man. Talk to me about that later after she gets out of the grand jury. You'll see what I'm saying. Nicole's got some serious problems, and she's got some serious lying problems. And if all her lies blow up in her face today, well, it's about time. Maybe that'll help her out a little bit. Maybe this whole experience will help her quit making up bullshit and telling lies. So anyway, that's enough about Nicole for me. You got her in front of a grand jury. You got all the story you need from her. Now, what else would you like from me?
Mark is waiting. He wants the detectives to directly accuse him, give him a clear reason to ask for a lawyer. Why? Because he's worried it'll make him look guilty otherwise. But the detectives know this. That's why they stay vague, never fully accusing him, just circling the topic, keeping him talking without giving him that trigger.
Willing to talk to us about. You don't want to give us names, so I'm not sure how we can talk about the folks that you think we should go talk to.
Well, I don't think you should go talk to anybody. I don't care what you do, man. I really do not care what you do. You're not telling me, what am I doing sitting here? You haven't even told me that yet. Why am I here? Because of things that happened to me? I'm here because of stuff that happened to me.
What happened to you?
You guys are sitting here telling the stories. You're telling the stories.
We haven't said anything happened to you. What happened to you?
Well, you said I was the one that showed up with somebody else in a car or something like that when the FedEx man called and stuff. You're telling me the story. Wouldn't that be something else to me?
I thought you meant like you committed a crime. Or something.
You are a cop to the bone. You're a cop to the bone. That's funny, man. Yeah. I'm acting like I committed a crime.
I think you misunderstood me, Mark.
Well, I think that
you said something happened to me, a crime.
Check it out. I think that you guys have your storage really screwed up, really confused, and I think that you're going to find that out. You're going to find. I believe if they got
help us help you.
If anybody's
help
got
you with that.
Nicole, if anybody's got Nicole better, you should go maybe watch that little deal and see what you got in front of you there,
help us
and
get
maybe
the
you'll
story.
figure out
what
kind of bullshitter you've got and junkie you've got in front of you, and fucking in the end, then come tell me you got some that I did something. I don't even know what you haven't told me that I did anything wrong yet. Do you suspect me of something?
Well, help us get this unconfused.
Because if you suspect me of doing a crime, let me know so I can get a lawyer. You know what I mean?
Okay. I don't think we've accused you of committing.
No, you haven't, and that's why I'm still looking at these marks on my wrists and going, man, what a way to treat somebody who's not suspected of doing a crime.
Okay. So help us get this thing unconfused. Because you're saying, go talk to people, but we don't know who to talk to.
Here you go.
Okay.
All right, man. I'm going to help you get unconfused, all right? If you think that I did something wrong, anything, okay, any kind of crime, let me get my lawyer over here, and I will tell my lawyer, you know what? Give these guys a lie detector test. Just take a lie detector test. Don't make these cops suspect the wrong people. So if you guys think I did anything wrong, hit me with a lie detector test or something. I've got nothing to fucking hide.
Now it's Mark's turn to bluff. You'll often hear suspects say, just give me a lie detector test. It sounds confident, fearless even, but it's really a strategy, an attempt to convince police they have nothing to hide. It's not about the test. It's about control.
My fucking nature to sit here and talk to cops. Now, I told you more than I probably wish I would have already. Okay? I should have even told you my name. You know what I mean? You got my name. You're playing games. You don't need to know my name. You knew my name before you brought me in here. In any case, if you think I did something, and you really do, if you really think I did something wrong, then you guys maybe think about giving me a lie detector test and lay it out. Lay what you think I did out on a lie detector test. I just want a lawyer there just to make sure that I'm doing the right thing or whatever. But I'm willing to do that just so you guys don't bark up the wrong tree. But I'm not willing to sit here and tell you stories like some piece of shit rat. Okay? You got your world, I got mine. In my world, rats are pieces of shit. I'm not going to sit here telling on Nicole. I'm not going to sit here telling on anybody. I'm not going to sit here telling on anybody for anything.
Did she tell you that Bagger was one of the people who came and tied her up?
I'm not going to answer any more questions for you.
Okay. At all, or just about that incident?
I think that, man, the truth is, I think I'll just not answer anymore at all and have you guys arrest me so I can see what the hell I'm under arrest for if you're not going to tell me. Because I want to know where I fit in. I hear what you're barking at and stuff, and I don't really understand some of the stuff, why in the hell you even care about it, because I'm not going to press no charges on anybody, so I don't even know why you guys even give a shit. But I am interested in what the hell I'm going to get arrested for, so arrest me for it so we can go from there.
In a final push, detectives go back to Robert. They're hoping Mark will admit there was tension, that they didn't get along. That's all they need to strengthen their case. And while Mark should have asked for a lawyer from the very start, he's managed to hold his ground surprisingly well, revealing very little that could be used against him.
Pretty much everybody knows. It ain't hard for you guys to find out that the fucking guy got kicked out of our motorcycle club. Sure. That is not hard to find out.
When's the last time you were actually eyes on with Bagger? Was he a club member then, or was it after? Did he ever flip you off at some stop sign?
At the same time, I saw him when he was going out.
Okay.
I saw him, he was and wasn't at the same time. Okay. The last time I saw him.
That's the last time.
He was until he told me, get the fuck out of here, and then he wasn't. So I saw him, he was and wasn't that same day, and that's the last I've ever seen him.
Okay. Did he ever come by and vandalize anything of yours?
No.
Okay.
Hell no. Bagger.
Well, is he a cheap shot guy, or is he someone?
I really don't know, and like I said, I'm not going to answer questions about Bagger.
Okay, but he never did anything to you.
No.
Okay, you never went eyes on with him again after that when he was out of the club.
He respected me, I think, and he talked very nice to me anytime I ever saw him. I'll tell you that. Me and him never had a bad word. In the end, I found out he was a piece of shit junkie. Right. So I admit I hold that against him because I spent a lot of time with the guy and stuff and kind of gave him my heart, sort of like, and so when people just really disgrace us like that and stuff, it leaves a real bad taste in my mouth. I will admit that. Mm-hmm. But that's the end of it. When you're done with us, you're just done. So anything that happened to him after that, I have no idea. Like I said, one thing about our motorcycle club is when you're done with us, you're just done with us. We got no time for you. We got no words for you. You won't be getting any more calls. Nothing. You know what I mean? You're done. And Bagger's just one of a lot of guys that the same kind of shit happens to. It's part of the life.
Okay.
But in the end, it all catches up. Mark and several members of the club are arrested and charged with murder. Police raid the biker gang, uncovering years of criminal activity. Nicole, along with others, turns on the group, cooperating with prosecutors in exchange for reduced sentences. And Mark? He's sentenced to life in prison for his role in the killing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.